Now guys, wow, this is a rear fang venomous snake, so I do not want him to chew on me. Definitely aware of what's going on. Ooh! Ooh! Guys, we just found my first
go.
Look at that. The most toxic snake in Thailand. What's going on, beautiful people? We are out here in Thailand. We finished our 9-hour bus drive. We were sitting in a bus all night, woke up in this beautiful area. It's a lot more tropical. It's got beautiful sights. We're literally sleeping in the jungle in a beautiful bungalow we'll show you later in the episodes. But we just did our first walk around, and as we're walking around this man-made creek that the owner made that attracts all the snakes over here, even king cobras, David had just said, look up into the trees, there's a possibility of mangrove snakes. I spot into the tree and I was like, no way, is that a mangrove snake? I saw just the coil. We look, one right there. About a 2.5, maybe 3-year-old snake, and it looks to be about like 2.5, maybe 3.5 feet long. Beautiful. So what I'm gonna do is try to go around the tree, climb up, make my way over there and try to get my hands on it. David said that these snakes will dive into the water and disappear, so let's hope that doesn't happen. This is my first mangrove snake out in the wild. I'm so excited. And the snake already knows we're here.
Yeah, the snake was already moving a little.
Completely paying attention to it.
There he is, right in there.
This place is beautiful. Beautiful. Look at this. I'm actually happy it's in a tree because I enjoy climbing trees a lot. This is amazing. My first ever wild mangrove snake. Beautiful mangrove snake. Look at that. Holy smoke. Wrap it around my boot. Now guys, wow, this is a rear fang venomous snake. So I do not want him to chew on me. Their effects could be swelling, headache, and vomiting. But that's only if I let the snake chew its venom into me. Let me try and get down from the tree first. Oh, this snake's been through a lot. Looks like he's been attacked by another animal, trying to feed upon him. He's got scars.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah. You want to come around over to this side? Look at that. Not striking, not posturing. Actually, oh, spoke a little too soon. Definitely aware of what's going on. Ooh, ooh. 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 All right, let me come on down. Don't bite me there. Look at this beautiful mangrove snake. My first ever one. This animal's been through a lot. You can actually see he's got a scar right there on the side. Fresh actually. Look at that. Posturing with its mouth wide open. Look at it. Ooh, it's okay. It's okay. Look at that. My first ever wild mangrove snake. This snake can achieve about 6 feet long. It is a rear fang colubrid. Relax. Very slow, very lethargic. Look at that. Flickering his tongue out. Picking up the scents, trying to see what David is. What a beautiful snake. Now what's really interesting about this specimen is usually they have these solid yellow bands going straight up the body or straight down on the sides, similar to a tiger's stripes. But what's crazy is the first bit of skin that I saw from the tree was this. Look at that. Look at that bizarre pattern. This snake is actually a morph. It's got almost like a pinstripe that you'd see on a ball python morph. So instead of having normal tiger patterns, it's got side markings. Look at that. Beautiful pinstripes. For my first mangrove snake, it happens to be a very calm one because usually they posture up a lot. But I think this one's been through a whole lot in its life and he's pretty tired. So I don't want to be too aggressive with him, just be nice and calm and let the snake move through my hands. Beautiful mangrove snake. No biting. Look at those big doll's eyes, big black doll's eyes. Such a beautiful snake. Southeast Asia is so rich in diversity with its wildlife. There's so much to offer, it's endless out here. It almost makes me want to move out to Thailand and just live the rest of my days out exploring this beautiful country. Now, like I said before, this is a rear fang snake. If you couldn't hear me that well in the tree, it's got a venom that's really targeting things like frogs and birds and trees, so small animals. So for me, it's not going to kill me unless I was allergic to the venom and I would go into anaphylaxis. So mainly what would happen if I got bit by this animal, the venom, if he had the opportunity to chew on me, it would cause me to have some nasty headaches, nausea, and possibly throwing up. But the only way for him to get that venom into me is if he sits here or she sits here and she chews for a very, very long time. If they're chewing for a long time, then eventually that venom will seep through. Their fangs are very old and primitive, the way they deliver venom. They're grooves, and those are the channels that deliver the venom. So it takes a while for that venom to trickle down and for them to flex those muscles to push that venom through. So it's only gonna happen if I sit here and take a bite for a good couple minutes. And obviously, I'm not gonna let that happen because I don't wanna feel sick. Ooh. I don't wanna feel sick while I'm out here in the beautiful jungles. I wanna enjoy this. Now I'm just gonna release this snake because we have plenty more to see. We just got here. This is an arboreal species that loves to live in the mangroves. That's why they call it the mangrove snake. But you can obviously find them in freshwater creeks as well. Just like this one right here. Beautiful snake. One last look at that amazing, bizarre pattern. From normal to a morph. And this wound right here is going to heal up like nothing. Reptiles are extremely resilient when it comes to their scars and other injuries that will occur. Look at that. Beautiful mangrove snake. Let's go see what else we can find. Guys, we just found my first
Go. Grab the tail.
I got it. Guys, look at this. This is my first wild KRAIT. This is the most venomous snake drop for drop in Thailand. Look at this. First ever wild KRAIT. This is an amazing species. It isn't a lapid, front fixed fangs, and a venom that will drop you dead if you get tagged by it. What I'm gonna do is try to get him right out of here and get him right onto. These snakes are very active at night, so you've got to be very careful. They can whip up their own body and tag you easy. I got my 11. All right, David's killing him. Beautiful KRAIT. Look at this.
It's a big one too.
And we know it's a KRAIT because of the raised up spine scales right here. Look at that. Beautiful snake. My first wild KRAIT for me. I'm so happy. Gotta be real careful. This snake is no joke when it comes to its venom. Gotta make it feel real calm. Relax. This is so cool. My first ever wild KRAIT. Now what's crazy about this species is since it's nocturnal, it is very lethargic during the day, so keepers get fooled and complacent with them. When at night they get very, very active and cantankerous because that's when they're awake, that's when they hunt. They eat other snakes, they overpower them with their venom. Look at that beautiful KRAIT. We gotta get to a better spot because this is a little bit of a sketchy spot. We don't want to lose this snake, we want to photograph it, and we want to talk about it a little bit more, so let's get to a different spot. We'll catch back up with you guys. So guys, here we go. This is the KRAIT. We brought him off to a different spot, so it was a bit safer. We didn't lose the snake into the swamp. What's really interesting about this species, it's strictly nocturnal. It likes to come out when it's nice and moist and humid, when it just rained. And they're actually gonna look around for small frogs, but mainly snakes. They are cannibalistic. They love to eat other snake species, even other venomous reptiles. They like to overpower them like all KRAIT species. Now their venom is extremely potent neurotoxin. If you get bit, it's no joke. It's gonna cut off all the receptors for electrical signals throughout your body, preventing that part of the body from working. You're gonna need a respirator to help you breathe. It's no joke. There are stories of people who've been bit and they can't move their whole entire body. They've lost all motor functions, can't open their eyelids, but they can still hear. They're conscious, so they can hear what's happening in the hospital, hear the discussions. And it's not pretty because usually people who get bit by KRAITs end up dying. It is a serious, serious neurotoxin and it's no joke. I've taken a good 10 minutes before turning on the camera to really read this animal and get him to calm down so he's not wiry shooting all over the place, because it's really dangerous for myself and for everybody here. But it's starting to calm down. This would be a sub-adult. They would get around 4 feet long. Look at that. Get a good look at that KRAIT. This is my first ever wild KRAIT. I've worked with them once in captivity in Texas, with one a bit larger than this. So it's a privilege to actually be here in Thailand, and southern part of Thailand, actually finding these animals out in the wild. And I'm out here with other reptile enthusiasts that love snakes just as much as me. I like to get up close with some of the deadliest around. Beautiful snake. And obviously we just want to observe the animal. We want to get a little bio blitz for this area and see what lives here. And so happens to be there are KRAITs, and there are also red-headed KRAITs, because Chris, with us right now, he's found them here previously, and that's another target species for me. So for me to be able to find this snake out here in the wild, it's just really kick-ass. Look at that. The most toxic snake in Thailand. Beautiful snake. In the Elapidae family, so it's definitely a favorite for me. Alright, we're gonna let this guy go.